Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 9 races at Belmont on Wednesday. We're expecting a sunny day around 21 degrees Celsius, the track to be a good 4 and the rail to be in the 14 metre position. Race number 1 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 12:39. It's the off-the-track supporting retired WA racehorses handicap over 1400 metres. The replay horse can look at number 7, Lady Sass, last start.
Sophie Song, Brown went for the doctor, kicked away 2 in front from Kazlavska, True Defender, a further 3 behind them, but making ground, and then Precious Cargo, 200 left to go. Over on the inside, Sophie Song, look at True Defender, though, winding up with a head full of steam, and True Defender pounces upon them. Lady Sass making ground further back, but True Defender, too good for Lady Sass. Sophie.
What you didn't see in the replay was that Lady Sass threw her head in the air shortly after the beginning, ended up out the back, but she recovered really well. She peeled off the fastest last 200 metres, quicker than subsequent winner True Defender as well. I think that form is probably the best in the book here, and number 7 goes on top. From number 1, Light My Day, won last time out, but it wasn't a particularly high rating maiden. I do think of the Bob Peters runners that True Defender has got a fair bit on Sentimental Gift, and that was the horse that Light My Day beat at Belmont on the 5th of September. Another horse out of that same race is number 3, What About Moses. He's got a length to make up on Light My Day. He did have an inside gate in that race, and he gets barrier number 3 on Wednesday. And then number 4, Zar Merit, was 4 3/4 lengths behind the winner in that maiden race, but it was his debut, so I am expecting some improvement here, natural improvement from Zar Merit. My top selection in race number 1, I'm going to go with number 7, Lady Sass, to beat 1, Light My Day, 3, What About Moses, and 4, Zar Merit. Race number 2 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 1:14. It's the Tap Touch Better Your Bet maiden over 1200 metres. The replay horse can look at the impressive trial of Arcadia Queen.
Racing into third place as they come into the straight, we have Divine Shadow. Sticking closer to the inside is Sea Ash. Arcadia Queen is starting to make some ground. Lucinda's out wider. And then came Jolly Odd with also Ocean Candy. And at the back is Amity Rose. Leader had a good kick though at the 200. Sounds of Then looks to shake off the challenge of Ping Me Another. In the lead though, Sounds of Then going strongly, charging through Arcadia Queen. But Sounds of Then beats second Arcadia Queen by...
Bob Peters is not one for big predictions, but he was asked on Tab Radio a couple of weeks ago to nominate his best 3-year-old filly, and the name, Arcadia Queen. Bob's got a fair bit of confidence about this horse. It's backed up by the pedigree. It's a full of Arcadia Prince. It's a half of several horses, including Arcadia Dream. The trial was enormous. I know that the McAuliffe camp have got a big opinion of Sounds of Then as well. I think that's a full relation to Art Series. I think Arcadia Queen is certainly the one to beat in race number 2. Goes on top for number 6, Colourful Chloe. He's had 2 trials ahead of her return. Danny Morton paid $160,000 for this horse on the Gold Coast as a yearling. I thought its debut was just okay behind Drift Star. That form has taken a little bit of a knock, but the race experience goes in for second. Another one with a fair bit of experience is number 4, Miss Mandy. Has had 4 runs this campaign, has run into some pretty smart ones in Mr. Genoa and Dance Music as well. Goes in the minors here. And then number 1, Explosion, one of the more interesting runners on the entire program, having its first run for 472 days. Connections paid $260,000 for this horse as a yearling. It's clearly had its issues. An okay trial, goes in the minors here. My top selection in race number 2, I'm going to go with number 8, Arcadia Queen, to beat 6, Colourful Chloe, 4, Miss Mandy, and 1, Explosion. Race number 3 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 1:49. It's the Iron Jack maiden over 1200 metres. Replay horse can look at the trial at Larkhill of Scenic Charm.
The pen races right up onto its back. On the outside, courting Shirley's. Then came Pink and Grey to the inside, Our Girl Bell. Battle beat out wider. Leading Girl works through the pack. And then came Planet of Pleasure. I Hope You Dance. And back to the tail of the field as they head down the straight is going to be a Little Flirt. Inside the last 150 metres, the pen is out and chasing Scenic Charm, who's held well together. Scenic Charm, the pen driving. The pen nailed it right on the line. Scenic Charm.
There were several really good trials at Larkhill on that morning, and certainly Scenic Charms was one of them. Was beaten a long head by the pen, but that horse had race experience behind Market Ruler at Bunbury in what turned out to be a pretty good race. The blinkers go on here for the debut of Scenic Charm. It's a half of Elegant Blast, a pretty good horse, that listed placed horse. And it's not quite simply, I just think the trial of Scenic Charm was better than that of number 6, Final Hearing. Final Hearing is a well-bred galloper. It's a full of disposition and a half of Showcase, really well related. Didn't really get out in the trial, was boxed on the rail for Willie Pike. Did get out in the last 100 metres and probably would have won it if Willie had wanted to win it, but it's a significantly better trial, I thought, from Scenic Charm, and goes on top. The horse that sets the standard here is 5, Whack on Tanker. Is placed in a couple of maidens, including last start behind Free Mover. I think has to improve on that to beat a couple of them here. And then number 9, Magical Charge, another debutant. Thought the trial was just okay. What is interesting about this horse is that Simon Miller has bought the younger relation for $200,000 at the sales. He did similar with Akanar Star after he'd had Atacama Sky in his stable, wanted the relation badly. My top selection in race number 3, I'm going to go with number 10, Scenic Charm, to beat 6, Final Hearing, 5, Whack on Tanker and 9, Magical Charge. Race number 4 at Belmont on Wednesday. We'll jump at 2:24. It's the PSC Insurance Handicap over 1,200 metres. The replay horse can look at the runner-up finish of Lucky Linda Lulu at Belmont Park.
Dance Music led at the top of the running from on the outside. Universal Fancy, Lucky Linda Lulu. 4th, Burning Pride for Lion Machine down the outside, but Pike is sitting there as quietly as a church mouse at the 200 metre mark. A length and a half in front, starts to niggle her up now. Around its heels goes Lucky Linda Lulu, but he now just livens up Dance Music, and the filly is going to come right away, and she's going to canter home as the $1.22 favourite should.
Tough race to assess, this race number 4. I'm going to go with Lucky Linda Lulu. I thought she finished second in what was a relatively strong Class 1 handicap 2 weeks ago. She reunites with Molly Clark for this race. Molly's been aboard 5 times for 4 minor placings, and Molly Clark gets the weight down to just 53 kilos, and that was enough to get me to pick Lucky Linda Lulu on top. Goes there from number 3, Dem Times, who returns to the 1,200 metre trip over which he broke his maiden. That was at Bunbury back in February. He was really highly tried in listed races last preparation. This is significantly easier. Number 7, Sayeda from the Daniel Morton yard, was a 2-year-old winner at Ascot. Resumes here at Belmont Park. I thought the trials were okay, nothing special, but does get an inside gate here for Sean O'Donnell, barrier number 1. And then number 2, Clever Dick, stays at the 1,200 metres from last time out. I thought that was a pretty plain effort considering what he'd done first up. I prefer to wait to see this horse get up to 1,400 metres rather than the 1,200 metres over which he broke his maiden. My top selection in race number 4, going to go with number 8, Lucky Linda Lulu, to beat 3 Dem Times, 7 Sayeda and 2 Clever Dick.